Welcome to Watches with Dennis, and today I'm reviewing the Patek Philippe Gondolo, reference 5124J-001. This watch is from my personal collection. It was purchased used, and I've worn it for over a week at this point. The Gondolo line is named for a Brazilian retailer who Patek worked with for several decades, starting back in 1872. In the modern era, the line is known for rectangular and tonneau-shaped watches. So let's go ahead and get some measurements. According to my calipers, the watch is 33.2 millimeters in width. Lug to lug, I get a measurement of 42.3 millimeters. For watch thickness, I'm getting 7.8 millimeters. For lug width, I'm getting 22 millimeters. And the watch offers 30 meters of water resistance. The watch case is 18 karat yellow gold and features a lot of polished surface area. The watch itself leans heavily into Art Deco design choices, from the railroad chapter ring on the edge of the dial to the stepped flanks of the case itself. The dial color is opaline and features applied, aggressively shaped gold hour markers with an Arabic 12 up at the top of the watch. The Dauphine hands are also gold, as is the border of the small second dial. The watch dial itself is protected by a sapphire crystal. The watch crown controls everything that the watch has to offer, and this is a fairly simple watch, so there's just two positions. In position 0, when the crown is fully into the case, you can rotate that to wind the movement, and then if you pull the crown out into position 1, the watch's time can be set. The watch has a quick-release brown gaiter strap, which just relies on a fairly simple yellow gold tang buckle. The watch does have a display case back, which shows off the in-house caliber 65-21 REC PS movement. The REC or rec indicates that the movement is rectangular, or shaped to correspond with the shape of this watch case. This movement is hand wind only and does not feature hacking. The watch has 18 joules, beats at 4 Hz, and offers approximately 44 hours of power reserve. This movement happens to have the Patek Philippe seal. I have seen older versions of the movement that have the Geneva seal instead. This movement uses a free-sprung escapement. There's Côte de Genève decoration applied to the top of the bridges. A polished anglage is applied to the edge of all of the bridges, and black polished screws appear throughout the movement. The click, the crown wheel, and the ratchet wheel are all brushed and thus provide a nice contrast to the bridges. Putting this watch on my time grapher, I got an average across all 6 positions of 0 seconds per day. The range of my readings were from -4 seconds per day to +4 seconds per day. Here you can see what the watch looks like on my wrist. And for those that need to know the measurement, which is always helpful, my wrist size is approximately 6.75 inches. So, what are my overall thoughts of this watch? I'd say there are 3 main positives, and that would be the attractive dial configuration applied to an Art Deco package. I find the case extremely comfortable on wrist, and I really appreciate it having a shaped movement. And the one negative I want to note is it is not the most comfortable hand-winding experience. So obviously I don't have much in the way of complaints. The only real thing is it is disappointing. I was hoping to have a more enjoyable hand-wind experience on the movement, given the prestige of the Patek brand and the fact that this movement is hand wind only. I was looking for something akin to the JLC Reverso, which I don't remember off the top of my head which caliber that was, but my experience with that hand wind movement was very enjoyable. To date, it is my favorite hand wind movement that I have ever been able to manipulate. And this movement turns smooth, but given the crown design, it does cut a little bit into the fingers. The more I've used it, the better I've adapted in terms of how to handle it comfortably. Versus, say, the IWC Portuguese, I had a hand-wind-only model that used a pocket watch-sized movement, and that one was downright painful to wind, probably because of the small crown coupled with the very large movement and mainspring. Nonetheless, I don't get the same visceral satisfaction that I really appreciate in hand-wind watches here, and I was hoping it would be a highlight, and it just is not. It's disappointing. Otherwise, though, this is a great watch from what I feel is an often overlooked model line from Patek Philippe. It definitely wasn't on my radar until recently. Thanks to the curve of the case, I find this wears more comfortably than my experience has been with the aforementioned JLC Reverso, which is far from an uncomfortable watch, but this model from Patek just wears notably better on my wrist. The Art Deco aesthetic, I think, is well suited to rectangular watch designs, and Patek's execution of it on this reference is extremely clean. I'm also awarding Patek bonus points here for deciding to use a shaped movement, which adds to the overall presentation, given the watch does feature a display caseback. Something I will also note as an aside, they couldn't be bothered to do with their new Cubitus lineup that recently was unveiled. Overall, even though this watch is quite understated, I feel you can really see the effort that was applied to refine what is, at its core, a very basic design. Thanks for watching this review video. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like as it helps the channel out. Subscribe if you'd like to be automatically notified when I release new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.